I'll just tell you really quick about University Growth Fund. We've got a few of our students actually here that can give you even more color on what it's actually like. So Parker Jenks and Justin Frower are two great resources. Basically, University Growth Fund, we're a venture and growth equity fund based in Salt Lake City, Utah. And at a fundamental level, the idea is that we take the internship concept and turn it on its head. So rather than having interns get coffee for the partners get coffee for the interns, literally. And, you know, really the idea is my business partner and I, we, you know, raise the money, we deal with grumpy LPs, we pay the bills, we deal source so that students can focus on doing execution work of evaluating investments in early stage, growth stage, and late stage venture and private equity deals. So really building out your skill set of evaluating markets, management teams, building financial models, so on and so forth, and even playing a critical role in making the actual investment decisions by voting. To date, we've made over 42 actually 44 investments in companies in Utah, California, across the US. Some notable names that you might recognize would be companies like Airbnb, Postmates, Snapchat, Spotify, and others. And really the idea is come in, work really hard. It's a part-time internship, get exposure to what venture capital and private equity is firsthand by actually doing diligence on deals and making investment decisions, and then leverage that experience to go on and, you know, pursue whatever it is you want to do in high finance, whether it's investment banking or private equity or venture. We've had students go work for startup companies. We've had students start companies and raise millions of dollars in venture funding. Really a pretty broad range of things. So anyways, hopefully that's a quick high level overview. Happy to answer any questions you guys might have. That works.
I'll start us off by actually asking one of the students, and I'll let you, Peter, if you see anybody in the group here that you recognize that at UGF right now, just to talk about their experience. I'll let you pick who you want to pick on.
So I see that Bracken just joined. You wanna touch on your experience, Bracken?
Yeah, sure. UGF is really unique compared to a lot of other types of internships you can do. Like Peter said, you know, you come in and it's really guns a-blazing, working on deals right off the bat. And so the ability to see things, see doing, it's really cool. And frankly, I think there's just like this adrenaline rush that happens when, you know, closing a deal anywhere else. And it's fun. It's fun to be working with startups. It's different every week and it's exciting and fast paced.
So Bracken, you kind of broke up, at least for me. So
yeah, it was across the board, but we heard that it was fun paced, gets right into the deals immediately, unorthodox internship, all good things from what I did here. Peter, did you want to pick on one more student?
Yeah, Justin, do you want to maybe fill in the gaps that we might have missed from Bracken?
Yeah. So yeah, UGF, I mean, it really is such a unique opportunity. You, as a student, are essentially getting to dip your feet in the water of what it's like to be a venture capital or private equity investor. It's not a class. It's not a market watch simulation. It's real capital. It's real money that is on the line. And so as a student, you're getting to, as Bracken kind of mentioned, I mean, you're meeting with management and the CEOs. You're, you know, getting to ask them the most intricate questions of their business, which to many of them, you know, is just as valuable as a child. You're getting to, you know, meet with other investors, because obviously, you know, there are many investors in companies where you get to talk with them and say, hey, what is your take on this? What are your fears? What are your concerns? Overall, it really is such a unique experience. And I can say, you know, without a doubt, it's been the most beneficial for me in terms of interviewing, because you get into an interview and you talk about that experience, and usually people are just so taken aback. They're like, wait, you actually, like, like a CEO got on the phone with you and you were able to ask them about their, cash flow statement. And so it really is just, such a unique experience and something that, really can like be such a value add to everyone's career.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Peter, did you have any other last closing comments before we wrap?
No, I think that's great. If you want to learn more, we go to our website. There's a lot of information. That website is yougirlsfund.com. We recruit 3 times a year. So next recruiting season happens in November. So if you're interested in applying, please do. And reach out to Justin, Parker, or Bracken, to get some more inside scoop and how to succeed during that process.
Peter, thank you so much for joining us. And don't worry, complications happen. We understand. Okay. Well, that concludes our inaugural Finance Career Day. Thank you all so much, students, guests, staff, faculty, for joining us and participating. I'm going to turn it over really fast to Parker Jenks, the student club president of the Finance and Econ Club, to give some closing thoughts.
Awesome. Thank you, John. So just a huge shout out to everyone for coming and making this possible. We appreciate the attendance that we had and the interest, questions throughout the event. So thank you to everybody. And just as one last comment and plug, a lot of this event is possible because of John and Paul and Nate and the work that they did over the summer. And together with them, we've really orchestrated a unique approach to the Finance and Econ Club this year, in that we're really trying to show exposure to younger students on all the different finance careers that are available. You can see today that we just barely touched on a few of the things you could have done. And over the course of this year with the Finance and Econ Club, we're really hoping to broaden your scope of what you can achieve with a finance career. Because obviously I'm a little bit biased, but I really think that it's one of the most broad and valuable resources that you have going into your career. And so I know that personally I felt that pain point, and having talked with other students that going to Utah State, we're no less capable than other students. We have the opportunities and we're able to reach those. Oftentimes it's just really knowing where we want to be and how we're going to get there early on in our education and during our sophomore and freshman years, and then chasing it with all that we have during our junior and senior year to land that ideal spot wherever it may be. It's different for everybody, but at the end of the day, that's what we're hoping to do with the club this year, is really just show you what you can do and all the opportunities that are out there. Just in this next month, we have a couple management consulting firms coming in from the state of Utah with Levitt and Cicero Group. After that, we have Equity Methods from Arizona, and then a few different trading groups coming in as well. I know we had an intern go with an asset management firm out in New York, Manning and Napier. They're coming to do a visit, even looking to recruit and find more interns like what they saw over the summer with Samuel Berry. So tons of opportunities there. If you're not aware or if you're not getting the club announcements, feel free to reach out to myself or John. I'll put my email in the chat just after I'm done. So happy to answer any questions, help out in any way that I can. There's some amazing students in this group as well with Justin and Bracken that I've worked close with. All of them are amazing and can really help you decide where you want to be with your career and provide some great advice that way. So look forward to seeing you in the club. Happy to answer questions right now or after. And thank you everyone for your time today.
Perfect. I went ahead and put your email in the chat for you.
Awesome.
Anybody have any questions real quick for Parker about the club and other ways to get involved here at the university? I also understand that it's afternoon and we've been on here for a while, but any last questions or comments?
I'll just make one last plug. One unique thing that we're doing is each kind of career field that we've gone over today, whether it's wealth management or venture capital, consulting, each area has its own advisor or student advisor in that space that has done some sort of internship or been involved in that career field. That's a great mentor and resource that you can reach out to, build a connection with, learn more about what they did over the summer. And so I'd encourage you to come to the club and meet those people because they can be a great resource going forward.
Okay, I think we're all pretty fried, but thanks so much, Parker. Really appreciate it. And thanks again, everyone, for joining us today. Just keep in touch, reached out. Remember to network and follow up with all of our different guests. I'm sure that all of them would be more than willing to work with you in any capacity. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.